Well, good Tuesday morning, Central Georgia. You're taking a live look over the fairgrounds in beautiful Houston County. The time is now 6:30 a.m. on this September the 20th. This Tuesday morning, it's looking so good on you. I'm Wanya Reese.
And I'm Caitlin Heck. A beautiful start to our Tuesday morning, though I heard Alex say the 90s headed our way today. Aren't we supposed to be in the fall?
Exactly. Fake fall continues.
Well, so fake fall has come to an end. We're right back to summer now. And we'll get into real fall here in a few weeks. But yeah, we are headed to 92 today, 97 by the time we get to Thursday. We're in for a very warm stretch of days. This morning, though, we're in the 60s, 63 in Macon, 64 in Warner Robins, 64 in Hawkinsville. Down to the south, some more 60s, 65 in Rochelle, 64 in Unadilla, and 64 in Montezuma. Just after 6:30 this morning. The radar picture is quiet, no rain to speak of. As we head through the day, though, there will be warm temperatures to speak of. Into the 70s by the 9 a.m. hour, 80s by 11 a.m., and hitting 90 by 2 p.m. Topping off right around 92 today with a stray shower to the west under some partly cloudy skies. That stray shower is only about a 20% chance of rain today. Most everybody will stay dry, but we've got 90s for the next few days until a cold front arrives late on Thursday, which is the first day of fall, and more seasonable weather on the way for the weekend. I'll talk about the weekend temperatures and when the best chance of rain over the next 7 days is coming up here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Alex. This morning, we're learning more about how an argument over a pet attack turned into a deadly shooting in Dodge County.
The sheriff's office says it all started when a family's dog attacked a neighbor's cat. They say the neighbor, Ronnie Reeves, shot the dog named Diesel in response. 48-year-old David Usry, whose son owned the dog, got into an argument with Reeves. The son, Cale Usry, says during that argument, Reeves shot his father, David, in the chest. He calls his dad a caring person and says he doesn't know why this happened. Sheriff Brian Robinson says this type of violence is unusual for their area.
It was a chaotic scene at the time. Dodge County is a big county, but it's small populated. We do have violent crimes at times, but it's not an everyday thing in Dodge County. And when something like this occurs, of course, it affects. It's tragedy.
Sheriff Robinson says Reeves faces several charges, including aggravated assault, murder, and malice murder.
He says that GBI may charge Reeves with more, but right now they are still investigating.
Well, this morning we're learning about a shooting in Fort Valley that left a boy hurt. Fort Valley police say it happened on the 1100 block of Church Street. Officers found what they described as a young male juvenile shot. They arrested another boy as the suspect and sent him to the Macon Regional Detention Center on aggravated assault charges. We'll give you more updates as we learn more on this story. This morning, a Pionona Avenue bar must make its case to stay open. Someone shot and killed a security guard last week at the Rodeo Bar and Grill, and Bibb Sheriff David Davis then revoked the bar's alcohol license. Yesterday, the county's Planning and Zoning Board took measures of their own and revoked the bar's business permit. Executive Director Jeff Ruggieri says it's because the bar stayed open after its posted hours, and that is when the shooting happened.
The Planning and Zoning Commission is part of wants to be part of the solution for all the community violence that we've seen, an uptick.
He says the Rodeo Bar has until next Thursday to appeal. If they do, they'd make their case before the whole Planning and Zoning Commission.
It's now 6:34. Let's go ahead and check your state news. A bomb squad got called to a recycling center after an old mortar shell actually turned up. South Fulton police and firefighters say someone discovered it at the South Fulton Recycling Center. The Atlanta bomb squad got called in to go ahead and remove the old shell. Right now, they aren't saying much about the situation. South Fulton Fire Rescue says they were able to defuse it without making any evacuations. Definitely a crazy situation. All right, let's go ahead and update you to a story that we brought you last week. A man who was found in a pool of blood after being attacked at a Roswell Park last week is now speaking. 40-year-old Matthew Donald has been in the ICU since the attack. Donald's father says he is now off a ventilator and is speaking right now. Police are still investigating what happened to Donald. They say he suffered a brain injury and he is now on heavy medications as he recovers from the attack. Donald's father says he thinks it'll be a few weeks before Matthew can fully recount what happened the night of the attack. It's expected that he will be in the ICU for about another week. We're certainly keeping him in our prayers. This morning, there's new video circulating that claims to show what led up to a deadly fight that left an Atlanta music executive charged with murder. This video posted to social media appears to show the confrontation leading up to the shooting that injured Shaka Zulu and the death of another man. Zulu's attorney confirmed to our station up in Atlanta that he believes the video is, quote, correct. The video appears to show 4 men waiting for Zulu and then confronting him. Zulu, whose real name is Ahmed Ofimi, faces murder and other charges in the case. His attorneys maintain all along he was simply just defending himself. All righty then.
Sharp, look at me, Sharp. Open your eyes. Yes, he can open his eyes.
You just heard that sound there. Nearly 2 months later, Zulu turned himself in on murder, aggravated assault, and simple battery charges. His attorney questions the arrest in a written statement, saying Zulu was attacked and jumped from behind, and in an attempt to save his life, Mr. Zulu lawfully discharged his weapon in self-defense. While the particular video shows a fight and then security breaking it up, it stops short of showing what happens in the minutes after, with the person who posted the video also questioning why murder charges were brought against Zulu. Well, Gwinnett County is one of Georgia's largest and most diverse counties in the state, and they're the only one that's offering Spanish ballots. Right now, a poll translator says Spanish-speaking communities who don't speak English in other Georgia counties are at a disadvantage. The nonprofit Galileo started searching for more translators to help make voting easier for people whose first language is not English. Alba Varela, a bilingual poll worker for Galileo, says that not knowing English discourages voters from going to the polls. That's why the organization is trying to inform voters that they are there to help.
Well, the city of Dublin now has a new police chief. The city announced Keith Moon will officially move into that position. Moon started with the Dublin Police Department in 1998 as a patrolman before being promoted to corporal, sergeant, and then lieutenant. In the last few years, he's commanded the tactical team and been an instructor. Congratulations to him.
Yes.
We are still in the thick of hurricane season, and the Red Cross and Macon Bibb want you to be ready to help your family and others in the event of a storm. They're offering a course to train people on how to support public shelters. The training prepares you on how to help others who seek shelter in Macon Bibb, as you remember hundreds did during Hurricanes Irma and Matthew. They'll learn how a shelter operates and how to work in one. The class is next Wednesday, the 28th, from 1 to 5 at the Macon Bibb Government Center. Anyone is welcome, but you do need to register ahead of time.
Today, you can walk the walk at Tatno Tuesday's group walk here in Macon, and you can explore the streets and get a good workout in. The fitness walk meets on the third Tuesday each month at 6 in the evening at Tatno Square Park in the parking lot. They say to participate, you should be able to walk 3 miles nonstop, wear appropriate fitness gear, and of course, you're going to want to bring some H2O. They're not playing. They said nonstop.
No breaks.
Well, today a new place to splash is coming to Baldwin County. The school district will hold a ribbon cutting for a new splash pad at the Early Learning Center. The outdoor rec area has spray nozzles to help keep children cool. The school district says they hope the splash pad will help them introduce water safety to children before they swim in a pool or a lake. The ribbon cutting is this afternoon at 1 p.m.
Well, coming up around 6:45, our morning reporter TJ Anthony tells you all about a school program for students getting them skills for their careers. Plus, a recall on more frozen beef products. We get you caught up on what you need to look out for. All right, the time is now 6:38. It's crazy talking about that splash pad right now because you actually need it. It's going to be warm outside, but you would think it's a fall. You
I was reading the story this morning and I was like, wait, you know, we're coming up on fall, but I was like, Central Georgia falls.
So different thing.
You could definitely go to a pool or a splash pad right now, Alex.
Yeah, over the next few days. But once we get to the weekend, we'll be closer to where we should be for this time of year. So 97 for the first day of fall. By the time we get to Saturday, though, back down to 84, which again is closer to our average high, which is 87 for this time of year. Here's a look across downtown. The current numbers, we've got 63 in Macon, 64 in Warner Robin, 63 there in Dublin, 61, the cool spot down in Dodge County this morning. 63 in Eatonton. That's a popular number on the map as we take a look across the area. Not much in the way of cloud cover, not much in the way of rainfall. You got to go up into northern Georgia, up along the Tennessee state line. This is going to be up near the Canton area, moving south through Atlanta. That's going to slide south through the day today and provide a very small chance of showers as we head through the day today. So let's map it out here on Future View as we head through the morning hours. Notice the uptick in clouds as you head towards the north. Also 1 or 2 showers in and around the area. This will be possible from about noon until 5 p.m. tonight. 1 or 2 heavier downpours moving from north to south, mainly west of Interstate 75. Most everybody else will stay dry through the day today with just some clouds in and around the area before we cool back off down into the 60s again for Wednesday morning. Wednesday afternoon, back to the mid-90s. Thursday morning, back to the 60s. Thursday afternoon, potentially to the upper 90s with 1 or 2 showers across the area before all is said and done. The good news is Thursday night, we do get a cold front working its way through here, and that will drop our high temperatures pretty significantly, some 10 degrees Thursday into Friday, and then another few degrees by the time we get to Saturday. So only small rain chances for now, a 20% chance of rain here on Tuesday, a 10% there on Thursday. Then once we get to the latter part of the weekend, Sunday into Monday, we'll have a 20% chance of rain once again. A check of the tropics this morning. Hurricane Fiona obviously caused a lot of flooding in and around Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic. Now a major hurricane just to the east of the Turks and Caicos. This is going to continue moving towards the north-northwest at about 10 miles an hour. Expected to become a Category 4 hurricane by this time tomorrow. Past Bermuda early Friday morning as a Category 4 hurricane before moving up into the maritime waters of the North Atlantic and eventually into Canada as a remnant low. But you're going to see a lot of chatter about this here over the next few days. A disturbance that's moving into the Caribbean. As of now, it has a 40% chance of development over the next 5 days, but some models wanting to pull this into the Western Caribbean, eventually into the Gulf of Mexico. We're watching all the details on it, but as of now, it is way too early to be concerned about anything, but it is the time of year, and this is the region of the world we watch, so something we'll be keeping an eye on here over the next week or so. So in the meantime, it's going to be hot here in central Georgia through the first day of fall, about a 10% chance of rain, and then actual fall begins to arrive. How about 58 for Saturday morning, 59 for Sunday morning, an uptick in rain chances for Sunday and Monday before another front works its way through here on Tuesday.